Good morning, chat. How you all doing today? Everyone having a good day today? Eat your Wheaties. Tired like me? Yeah. It's early, dog. Day just started, gang. I feel that. I'm gonna watch this headline with you guys, and I'm gonna go take a nap after I record the recap. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, chat. Overturned. The big ass PNG head out of the way. Hello. Can't wait till I get this new laptop, man. Fingers crossed on me. Did the thing I sent you try working out? Were you able to get anything to work, or is it still kind of like eh? Try was kind of bad. All right, no worries. All right, let's pull this up. Let's get chat going. For a lot of people, this headline is gonna be pretty important, man. A lot of people, it's gonna be real important for this to be. Wait, did I put 0 out of 3 there? Dude, I'm high. I was yesterday at least. All right, let's go ahead and put me there and get rid of this. So it's gonna be announced. They're hyped for this one. This is the start of their like new arc, basically, for story. So this is gonna be pretty important for a lot of people. And anything centering around it is also important. So like it's got to be good. That's the thing, is it has to be a good one. I want to give them shit. They're already kind of like on an edge. Yeah, Slayer expansion is also. I think all that starts tomorrow. Pretty sure the new story, a Slayer expansion. Roddy replacement was announced in our patch notes earlier too. Oh, was it? Okay. For a Wirelands idol or a Slayer idol? I mean, there's already a Gunblade idol exists. I think it's a I think it's from one of the collabs from beforehand, so be interesting to see that. We will see though. We will see. Should be an interesting headline. Yeah, it's gonna be make or break for quite a few people. It's pretty freaking important. Like very important. They just say like, yeah, mid headline's not a big a deal. It's kind of a big deal for people today for this time around. Mm-hmm. 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 Wait, what? Oh, it's April Fool's. Okay. I forget that April Fool's Day is coming, man. I scrolled down and I saw a post from Nikkei too. I was like, huh? This game has a month before I drop it entirely. Brother, it's too early in the morning. Just if you don't want to play the game, don't play the game. Don't make threats. This isn't a hostage situation, dog. Join the future plans. Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Are you winning, son?
Be good or I'll fucking quit, head ass. Yeah, I never understood that, man. I swear, people who don't want to play this game play it more than I do. It's not even a threat at this point. The game has long lasted its course, for me at least. And then what would be changing in the month that would change what you're doing? If it's lasted its course, it's lasted its course. If you're done, move on. It's kind of just the thing I do. I don't usually play games like that. It's like if I finish it, then I finish it, right? Like it is what it is. But if it's not like my jam, set it aside. If it becomes my jam again, we jump into it. If it never becomes my jam again, then, you know, we never play it again. That simple. This month will be okay with the fact that the devs will. This month will be okay with the fact that devs will be on Methinks. The real cake is a video for stuff maybe in June. We'll see. I mean, like, we have story stuff this month, so. Which is, like, literally tomorrow. That's the funny part about this, is, like, the story shit is tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, some people just don't want they don't want the ride to end. Hold on as long as possible to pray that there's something that pulls them back on the ride, and I'm like, yeah. I'd be getting off whenever I'm just not having a good time. All right, let me push an ad real quick so we can get rid of pre-roll as well as any ads during the actual show. We'll see things. Teachers their own though. This is, like I said, this is a make or break for quite a few people today. But I'm sure we'll hear tons about it. All right. Also, kind of agree with me to just get everything because that's what I do. I tell them it's kind of what you had to do until the game just have a chance. Yeah, I'd be like that. I don't No, hopefully this game steps up. Competition is getting steep. I don't think this game has any competition. That's why I kind of is chilling the way it is. PS2 kind of clears most games when it comes to combat. And a lot of people don't really want to admit it. I was reading why people still play this. It clears most games when it comes to combat. It ain't even close. PSO2's been clearing most games when it comes to combat since base. It's just the reality of the situation. Yeah, if Sega had better competition in this aspect consistently, they would have already copied them. PSO2 copies trends. They copy gaming trends. If they had if they were similar to Final Fantasy 14 and had the World of Warcraft to kind of go back and forth against, they 100% would have been. The game would have been way better because they would have copied the fuck out of it. I love me some PSO2, but I will not lie, they do copy homework, and don't feel bad about it. There is competition, they're just lazy. There's not. There really isn't, dog. If there was, people wouldn't be playing this game at all. There are very few games that do what this game does in its entirety. Actually none. Realistically, there are no games that do what this does in its entirety. Every one of those games does something similar and then just drops the ball completely on the opposite side. Character customization, combat, fucking house customization, everything else. Is there 14 competition? No, it's a completely different game. 14 isn't even in the same realm. It is? Absolutely not. 14 players aren't playing PSO2. Not for the same reasons. Not in the slightest. Not even close, dog. If it is for you, then, teach is their own, but that's not even close. But let's start up the wave. What do we got?
Hello, everyone.
Everyone shut up. Yui's on.
It's time for NGS Headline Wave, the official program of PSO2 New Genesis Version 2.
Let's see what's up.
I'm Yui Hasegawa, and I'll be your host for this broadcast. I'll be bringing you all the latest info on NGS. Be sure to stay tuned until the end.
It is a little bit longer, yeah. Usually she has a cut of it.
Guess what, everyone? Today's broadcast marks 1 year since we started NGS Headline Wave.
Oh, it's a year of Headline Wave. It's what Headline Wave started. Dude,
I
Hero's
don't know
been gone
if you
for a whole
noticed, but
fucking
I've
year.
been growing my hair out this year.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I wish I could just swing by the salon and pick out any old do I want like Meteorns do. Oh, and I tried out the dewy contacts the other day. They're amazing. Oh, my character's just so gorgeous. So anyway, once again, this program
Excuse
informs
the
players
cut,
about
this
the
went on
present
for a
and
while.
future of NGS,
They
including
cut
upcoming
Yui.
campaigns, update info,
Bruh.
messages from the dev team, our responses to questions from players, and peripheral information. That's Headline
Yui
Wave in a
was
nutshell.
yapping too much.
This is a pre-recorded broadcast. If you would like to watch it
Alright.
in Japanese, you can
Fuck
check
it.
it out on the Japanese NGS YouTube
It's
channel.
time to riot. How dare you cut Yui? Let her yap.
Without further ado, let's move on to the updates you've all been waiting for.
Let my girl yap, dude. How dare you cut Yui? Let my girl yap.
NGS Hot Information.
Get the
First off,
pitchforks.
let's
Get
take
the
a look
torches
at
out.
our updates for April.
Alright, what's up?
Let's start with a video.
Yui clone was placed. Main story chapter 8, yeah. That's what we figure.
I believe you're all generally familiar
Don't
with
give too much.
the Alter Realm,
Relax.
correct? We lost contact with the research team a few hours ago.
Hopefully it's just a comms malfunction. But something tells me it's not quite so simple.
The very last communication we received from them simply stated, Something's off about this place.
Over there! I see something!
Who are you anyway? Hopefully you're not going to attack me for no reason like they did.
Invasion of the Shifting Sands. It says update depending on. Oh, there's an LTQ. Okay. I don't need to see too much of the story. Watch that shit tomorrow. Yeah, boss. Slayer update, new equipment and rings. Interesting. Gunblade Focus Extra Drive. The next upgrade for the, what's it called series? The Fatio's upgrading, okay. Photon Blast Amp, Defeat Amp, and Photon Blast Follow. Oh shit, those are going to be expensive, but those are going to be good. Menu flow for some lab items. What? Oh, that looks way better. Oh, you can combine music. Okay, that's cool. Any icons that appear in character selections can items will match the category of the song. Oh, okay, that's good. Display critical rate alongside the DPS. Not gonna lie, kind of an L on that one. It just adds crit rate to the DPS meter. Not much there. You can just see how unlucky you've been. I'll take it. Okay, don't do this to me again. They finally did it. Oh, thank God we have Jasper's tattoos back. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. I was about to be so pissed. Oh, they finally gave me Jasper's tattoos back. Okay. I was like, please don't do this to me again. I was like, don't do this to me again. Please, no. I can't. I was like, my heart can't take another one, dog. You guys can't do Jasper for a third time. Something tells me they're gonna L on the, like, they're gonna make an idol, but it's gonna be an L. I'm waiting for it. Avatar items, okay. And this is all cool. Oof, yep, there they, there they are. Jasper tats are back. One outfit as per usual, yep, it is what it is. My boy. They do idol Jasper? I think they did. I think it is the idol Jasper. Yeah, they did. Did idols. Not like idol as in like an idol standing around, as an idol IDOL. On returning to NGS, I never left, dog. I just don't play with this stuff I don't really want to deal with. I never left, yeah. I just don't play with anything I really want to play on. It's like a halfway between. Jasper Sings, they had an entire, like, idol series. There you go, Starlight Diva idol. Nope. L on the idol. Sella Songstress. Yeah, Rod again. Yep. Oh, four-man Luther. Looks like it. Ooh. Hello, old friend. Oh, he has new attacks. Hold on. Update to invade shifting sands already. Oh, changing route. Okay. That's not bad. Change route after the first week. More new equipment and more rings. Oh, there we go. The next series for Leyen. Count Amp and Count Follow. Yeah, new Dominoes coming out as well. Okay. Limited time enemy idle Rappies? Idle as Rappies are coming out? Interesting. Lexio, yeah. Yeah, Fluxio NGS update basically. New SG Stress is coming out. By the way, this has all been the first week. You know that, right? Oh, I guess this is technically the second week because it's 7. This is week number 2. I think it was just the idle scratch for those 2 weeks.
How was it? Let me go through the details with these slides. Let's start with this.
Yeah, just idle and SG.
Starting April 1st, Chapter 8 of the main story will become available.
Oh, the memes.
With Vile defeated, Halfa is enjoying a brief moment of respite. But then, the protagonist is once again called upon by Crawford, who breaks the news that he's lost contact with a research team in the mysterious Alter Realm.
New Roddy on the
Take up
7th?
the call
I feel
to
like they would
investigate their
have talked
whereabouts,
about it if it was
but
there.
little do you
I guess
know.
we'll find out if they talk about it
You'll
here.
have to find that part out for yourself when you play the update. Watch your step. The new limited time quest, Invasion on Shifting Sands, is coming. In this quest, up to 8 Ark's defenders can party up to venture into the unexplored reaches of the Alter Realm, North Desert area. Using the Alter Skylifters to make long-distance double jumps, make your way across the floating terrain and search deep into the desert. In addition to the raid area enemy suppression trial, you'll also encounter new enemies, High Gilnox and High Grandmisers.
An upgrade version of Gilmox and Grendizer.
High Gilnox can heal other enemies nearby, so you'll want to take them down first.
Oh god.
There's also new title tasks and limited time tasks to go with this limited time
It's
quest.
actually kind of sick. Annoying, but kind of sick too.
Complete the tasks and claim your title. We're giving Slayers a new active class skill, Gunblade Focus Extra Drive.
What does this do?
Using this skill will consume 3 Gunblade Focus gauge levels to temporarily strengthen Relentless Blade. And, while the skill is in effect, you can use 1 super enhanced slugshot.
Okay, that's like your big change.
We're
is
also
that
making
skill
some balance
specifically?
changes to Slayers and some Gunblade abilities, so be sure to test out your loadout.
Okay. So they're also doing some balance changes. Let's see how that's all about.
Next up, let's take a look at the new 14-star rarity Arboradio weapon series. You can upgrade to this series from the 14-star Leaf Ladio weapon series.
Makes sense.
The Arboradio series has higher stats than the Leaf Ladio series while retaining the same potentials, and also adds an effect that recovers your HP at set intervals. You can get the Spradio Vault 2 item needed for this upgrade from the limited time quests, among other means. We're also adding 3 new types of skill rings. One of these new rings will grant effects related to downing enemies, and the other 2 activate when you use a photon blast.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
These will drop
Potency
from
plus
limited time
3%
quests and
potency.
other sources, so find the
2%
combination that
seconds
best fits your
photon blast
playstyle.
activation. Interesting.
Next, I'd like to highlight various functionality improvements. First, we're improving the menu flow for parts of the Item Lab menu. Previously, once you selected how to enhance your item, you would then select the base item. With this update, the order will change so you select the base item first and then how to enhance it.
That makes more sense, honestly. That's kind of nice. The interface looks pretty
We've
good
also
too.
rearranged the layout to make it easier to see enhancement information when selecting a weapon or armor as a base item or selecting a type of item
Yeah, a
enhancement.
graphic representation is actually pretty nice. Bit of quality of life on the item menu as well.
Plus, we've added sorting options to the looks menu. Thank you. While you have an active premium set, you can also freely change out the looks in your premium slots. Moving on, certain special items like build parts, mag forms, and music discs that previously had to be used from a specific menu can now also be added directly from your inventory.
Yeah, the UI looks really, really good. There's new Roddy's called UIs on the launch menu.
But
Yeah, Chow was talking about
just
it earlier.
remember that this will only add these items to their respective listings. So if you want to try a new mag form right away, or listen to a new music track, you'll still need to do that from their dedicated menus.
That makes sense. But using them is a lot less annoying, so I'll take it.
We will be changing the mini icons that appear on character creation items to match the same category icons that are shown in the salon.
That just makes sense.
This should make it easier to figure out which category the items you're looking for belong to. So take a look
Over
next
time
time
as
you're
you
in a personal shop
recognize them.
or checking scratch ticket prize lists.
Never had a reason to memorize them before. Now you do.
And we're adding an option to hide other players' accessories during victory performances.
Oh, I thought
You can change this as long as other character settings is set to on in the victory performance setting menu.
Hide people's accessories during the victory screen. That's actually pretty nice.
When putting items up for sale in your personal shop, you can now keep the same price for the next items you sell.
Okay, that'll be nice.
This
Are
should
they
be useful anytime
reposting
you'd
the
like
same
to
shit
put
over
up
and over
several
again?
items that are close in price for sale.
Decoys also have weapons now. Neat.
Next, we're adding a new option to include your critical rate when your DPS is shown.
That's kind of lame, honestly.
As
I mean,
long
like,
as the display
it's nice to be
damage
there,
per
but
second DPS
still.
option is set to on, your critical
So much for an
rate can
expansion
also
of that.
now be displayed. Try it out. We are also adding the ability to show weapons on your ARC's decoys. You can customize this from the decoy menu or set your decoy to not have any weapons like they've functioned up until now. Chat commands to change your weapon camo can now affect camo for multiple weapon categories. All
There's
you
chat
have
commands
to
to
do to
change the
switch to
weapon
any
camo?
of your weapon camos is type /CMF followed by the name of the weapon camo. It's pretty
Really?
handy, so make sure to give it a try.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
We've updated the inventory and shop menus so that any sorting settings will persist until you close the game.
Okay.
Previously, this would reset anytime you close the window, but now these menus will stay sorted in the order you picked last until you exit the game. But wait, there's more! We're adjusting the display speed of story and chat speech balloons to be slightly faster. Now,
Oh
when
boy.
multiple balloons appear one by one, like for story text, they should progress smoother.
That should be nice.
Also, in the lookbook, previews will now remain showing on the like screen.
Also nice.
That should be helpful when you want to send some likes. Some new designs for wallpaper and floor materials are also being added to the creative space.
Now the Cremator are only useful for Slayers. Is it?
These new
Not
build
really,
parts
no.
add a welcome twist to any creative or alliance space. Coming up next, to celebrate the 5th anniversary 5 Go Beyond event, we're introducing a third round of free Revival Scratch tickets, the 5th Anniv Thankful Ticket.
Oh, more free tickets.
Complete weekly tasks to earn free tickets, which can reward you with AC scratch ticket prizes.
Yeah,
Keep
crit
on
in
top of
general
these
is actually
tasks
still very
each week
useful.
to make sure you get your tickets.
But it'll be nice to see how lucky or unlucky you actually get.
For this April scratch
Like, it's
ticket,
nice, but
we're
I
bringing
was hoping
back
for more
prizes
from
from
that.
January 2022 up to April 2022, the first appearance of the Geometric Labyrinth.
GeoLab was 3 years ago, dog.
Now it's
Those
ticket
pinion
time.
crits? Oh,
Let's take a look
lovely.
at the Revival AC Scratch Ticket Rewind Collection April 2026. Don't let the timing fool you. It's filled to the brim with AC Scratch Ticket prizes from April's past. The Scratch Camp bonus features motion change items from
God,
previous
not
Scratch Camp
Yanpei.
bonuses, as well as another chance to snag weapon camo, Evil Shioinaru Yanpei.
Not Yanpei. Run!
Next, allow me to introduce the new AC Scratch Ticket Echoes of Idora 2026. This scratch ticket contains idol outfits for Jasper, Stella, Windis, and Kuna from Idora Phantasy Star Saga, as well as emotes and idol motions
Couldn't get
inspired by the
couldn't get
Elemental
Jasper's
Blast
original
animation
outfit
scenes.
What? His tattoo's back at least. I'll take it.
Plus, all ARCs who log in during the campaign period will receive Idola-themed acrylic stand and poster build parts, so don't miss out.
Our tat's back, baby.
Starting April 7th, a new high-difficulty quest will be available, the major target suppression mission, Luther False Conqueror Manifest.
4-man Luther.
The malignant Ruin Luther appearing in this quest is far stronger than the Ruin Luther seen in the limited time urgent quest, and its various time-warping attacks are even more furious, making for an overwhelming foe.
Dude, a harder Luther is interesting.
As in previous
He
major
wasn't even
target
that bad
suppression
back in
missions,
base.
up to 4 players can participate, and you will fail the quest after a set number of incapacitations.
I was just
You can
concerned about the
accept this quest as
unblockables.
many times as you'd like from the teleporter in West Caveris, so make sure you're ready with your best gear and keep going until you win. Along with the new high difficulty quest, the weekly tasks will be refreshed and the title task will be added.
1 in cap. Fail.
Complete these tasks to earn SG and N Master Cubes.
To be too good.
The limited time quest releasing on April 1st, Invasion on Shifting Sands, will be getting a partial route update on April 7th. This new route features mobile cannon ALR. Put on a light show as you blast your way to the final area.
Nah, just LTQ shift.
The new Legend 4 Rarity Lexio series is here. The Lexio series has a potential which grants follow-up attack stocks to you and your party members when a certain amount of damage is dealt to enemies. When you attack an enemy with stocks built up, one stock is depleted and a follow-up attack occurs when you recover some HP.
Interesting.
After 4 follow-up attacks, you can receive increased critical hit potency for a limited time.
New Dominus 6% or 5% as well.
Next, let's talk about the 2 new skill rings. The 2 skill rings being released this time grant effects that activate when landing a certain number of attacks on enemies. There's also a new augment, Telfia Domina. You'll be able to create it in the Items Lab Exchange enhancement materials under augment capsules. They require the new Hainsia augment as well as Altia Domina. These items can be obtained from major target suppression mission, Luther False Conqueror Manifest, as well as future update content.
Oh geez, they dropped from Luther. Oh boy.
Get ready to meet your favorite frenemy. To celebrate the release of our Idola Fantasy Star Saga collab scratch ticket on April 1st, Ido Rappies from Idola will be popping up around Halfa from April 7th to April 22nd. Be sure to hunt them down. In addition, NGS Season 55 of the Mission Pass will be released. The Bloom Feather Armor accessory
Bullets,
from
I guess, as well.
PSO2,
I mean, anyone
the
who
new
has a lot of
Marmello
hits in their,
headgear, and
kit is
cardboard
gonna
box
be a good
mask
use of it.
accessories, and a color variation of the Move holding a bouquet motion change
It
item are up
depends
for grabs,
on if
so don't miss out.
if the rings are actually power creep over the other rings. I think they looks like they're about equal to other ones. Just looks like more options.
For you creative space designers, there's also 2 furniture color variants in Elegant Table C and Elegant Bench C, fireplace build parts, and more. These new build parts add a colorful flair to any creative or alliance space.
Yeah, but are they SG or are they
New items are coming with the release of the SG Scratch
premium
Ticket Refined
currency?
Form April 2026.
It's
Total
whatever.
wear of all the Kavaris quintuplets, as well as an NGS spec version of the Marilyn Karina from PSO2 will be included.
Oh, that's what that's from.
Nice! The
Episode
emote
5 outfit.
Calisthenics 2 will be available in the Scratch Count bonus, so don't miss
This is
out.
also a wrap it up moment. Yep.
3 voice-centric revival AC Scratch tickets will
Well,
be
voice
releasing
ticket
on April 7th.
enjoyers, be happy. Here it is.
NGS Voice Revival brings back NGS spec voice tickets.
I updated these a while back for you to be able to like listen to all of them in
PSO2
game
Type
too.
1 Voice Memories 2026 and PSO2 Type 2 Voice Memories 2026 bring back PSO2 spec voice tickets.
Got my own voice already? I'm not really concerned about voices.
You can listen to a sample of any of the voices through the in-game Scratch Ticket prize list, so be sure to find your favorite voices.
Yep, they updated it so you could listen to them easily.
That's all for the updates coming in the first half of the month. Let's get into the second half of the updates, starting with this video.
What you got for second half, dog? What else is happening? Warlord Arena. What's happening down here? Oh, it's a boss rush. These quests, it just reminds me of VX quests. So this creates full certain condition to obtain them. Interesting. This reminds me of VX quests. Stylish adventure. What's this? Okay. The choice. Shorts, cardigans, and hoodies. Not really my jam, but sure. I'm sure someone likes this. There's something I can make out of this. It do be a little snorsy. A little basic. Those are cool. Whatever. T1 kind of mid. I mean, it fits the vibe they're going for, the whole casual thing. Oh, those look cool. The tattoos look pretty dope. Emote's sitting on a chair. Do you like the T1? It's not really my vibe. I might if I like get my hands on it and see how I can customize it. We'll see. Idle peace sign. Oh, they're actually kind of changed up these idols a little bit more with like movements added to them. Look at that one, doesn't have it. The wallet is still safe. I mean, Stroke Chin's kind of a good one. Start the Super Arrow Festival. Time to get a bunch of free shit. Let's go. Oh yes, the crown. Oh, they're stacking the Easter event with it? Let's see. Oh god, not another fat cat, please. And, okay, pretty cool one. Interesting choice. Flaming wave dash. Oh, another. Okay. Floating boards. LTQ. This is the first LTQ I'm like, don't really care. Other ones are actually seem pretty solid. This one, I could care less. I'm a big fan of the floating board stuff. I do like Wulon though. Wulon do be kind of fun to fight. Oh, Middle Planet Breaker D2 returns. Oh shit. They've updated this asshole again. Now we're playing Phantasy Star. We're in the arc of updating old bosses again. Let's go. Now this is unironically Phantasy Star. There's the next armor. Yeah, with new Ogs farm too, yep.
I stake my name, Adam Arclight, upon this fight.
Glad I waited on the armor. I mean, that's what everyone says literally every patch. I'm glad I waited, I'm glad I waited, I'm glad I waited, I'm glad I waited. Eventually, you're gonna have to pull the trigger or you're gonna wait until PSO3. I didn't upgrade just because I was waiting on, or because I didn't have things prepared when it was coming out, so it just made the most sense. But yeah, if you're not ready when it comes out, you always wait till the next rotation. It's always the play. Yes, weaponoid style. New ES. Interesting. Just keep Bluesy out of the scratch. I mean, that looks pretty cool, though. The Type 1 looks pretty dope. Again, not really my jam, but oh, there's another Balloon Bosom. Scratch weren't making enough money. Release the booba. Found a way to put a bikini in there. Dude, Scratch weren't making enough money. Gotta put some booba in there. That's the only way it works. Yep. I thought I recognized him. He's a Gunblade. Oh, she is Curio? Interesting. Don't do it. Don't put Bluesy in there. My wallet remains safe. Yeah, April 22nd is the time for those to skip the last one. Unless you want to skip this one too. Hell dash, so they upgrade to dash. Yeah. The solo quest version. Likely be a, oh jeez. Likely be a, Arcs record. Wallet's unsafe, my wallet's safe.
How was it? Let me go through
Not
the
the
details of
boards?
these slides.
Yeah, boards, man. There's some people that really like them. I can't say I like
Let's
them. I
start
think they're
with
kind of
this.
ass, but there are people who like running that shit.
The new limited time quest, Drill, Fierce Warlord Arena, is releasing April 15th. Up to 4 Arcs defenders can participate in this quest. Team up to take down multiple boss enemies. There's a photon boost crate in the quest standby area, which can be obtained by fulfilling certain requirements. Cooperate to clear out all the enemies. There will also be limited time tasks and title tasks for this limited time quest. Complete the task to claim your title. Next, I'd like to introduce the new AC scratch ticket, Stylish Avenue 2026.
They're fun in the open world, but now they're overdoing it. I don't think they do it all.
Put together
They don't use that
stylish,
much, honestly.
casual outfits with the scratch ticket shorts, hoodies, and cardigans. It also includes the eye peace sign and Heart Pose 2 idle motion changes. On April 21st, to coincide with PSO2 Day, we will be releasing the Revival AC Scratch Ticket, PSO2 Memories, April 2026. Avatar items released in PSO2 will make their return. Get a prize slip every 15 draws through the Scratch Count bonus and check out the emote PR Pose 3 that's also making its return.
Oh, PR Pose is going to be in there too. Nice. PR Pose enjoyers.
PSO2 Memories will continue to arrive on the PSO2 Day on the 21st of each month. The lineup will change each time, so keep your eyes peeled. The seasonal event, Super Origin Festival 2026, starts on April 22nd. Central City will be decked out in NGS anniversary decor, and Region Mags will receive an NGS theme makeover. Annie Rappy and Annie Emperor Rappy will also be partying around Halfa. Our navigator for this seasonal event will be Shiemi, sporting a form-fitting hooded dress. You can get rewards by completing her requests, so be sure to talk to her. We'll be adding some limited time tasks as we kick off the seasonal event. Complete these tasks to earn TA Customization Disc X Omni and Master Cubes and Arms Refiner 2.
Because Drive Upset, they just started talking about it. Calm yourself. They have to explain
New
at the
title
very
tasks
least, dog.
will also be added, so complete the tasks and claim your titles. At the seasonal points exchange shop, you can exchange for a variety of items, including the Luther Crown and Cosmico Waist Cape accessories.
Yep.
So be sure to check that out.
So did you have your coffee this morning? I think you're just missing your wheeze. Okay.
Also, the Super Origin Festival 2026 Special Scratch will be available for a limited time. Collect tickets for this scratch and exchange them for a chance at obtaining items such as the Shell Derail and the Diamadia weapon camo. The Super Origin Festival 2026 SP scratch tickets required to pull this scratch can be obtained from the limited time quests and the seasonal points exchange shop. The new limited time quest Drill Flaming Wave Dash is coming soon. Glide over the lava on a floating board and take down the boss enemy in the final area in this 8-player quest. You'll find comfort lilies, blast design, and other surprises that will help you in battle along the way, so be sure to think on your feet. The enemy at the final area is the new High Wowlon enemy. Be sure to give it a try. There will also be limited time tasks and title tasks for this limited time quest. Complete the tasks and reap your rewards. The limited time urgent quest, Omen of the Planet Breaker D2, has leveled up and is back with a vengeance.
They're concerned with how much more powerful
Take
the
on
armor is
Malignant
getting.
Dark Falls Solace with a team of 8 once again. This quest is easier than the major target suppression mission.
Avaltio is 8.2%.
Limited time tasks will also be added for the return of this limited time urgent quest. Complete tasks to receive reward box medal Solus 2026. Next, I'd like to introduce the new 14-star rarity Evalto armor. It boasts an 8.2% weapon up in addition to stats befitting its high rarity. Further enhancements for this armor are planned in future updates. Additionally, new augments will be added, Lazant Scepter, and 4 new Athos-type augments. Athos-type augments have enhanced effects compared to Magis-type augments and can be created in the item's lab exchange enhancement materials under augment capsules.
It might be worth me just to rebuild. I might be starting
These
to build
require Muzant's Scepter, which will be
buy for
obtainable
rebuilds.
from the limited time urgent quest,
Shit.
Omen of the Planet Breaker D2, as well as future
Okay,
update
I'm probably
content.
gonna build in Novaltia.
Next, we have some line strike updates for you.
A band deck might be feasible again. For
19 new cards are coming to the
What?
scratch ticket.
Band deck might be feasible again.
They
for
include
now.
a new
No, I
type
don't
of
think
card
it's gonna
whose
be
attack
feasible. I
and
think
skill
it's just-
effect change depending on the
I
turn
think
they're
they're
summoned.
replacing Magus. That sounds like upgraded Magus.
In addition, cards to counter line movement strategies will also be added. These cards can, for example, apply debuffs in response to movement or inflict immobilization effects on allies. Furthermore, new
Magus
Idola
is getting
cards
upgraded.
featuring Destiny Divergence will be added.
Ooh.
And Fildian Lutina from Phantasy Star Nova, as well as Duna from PSO2 ES, will also make their debut. In addition, starter decks include exclusive art for the new cards added in this update: Azanami, Melfanciana, Marlu, and Io.
I like the evolve, yeah.
You can obtain up to 3 copies of each card, so feel free to fill up your deck with these limited edition cards. The card recycle shop will receive new additions as well, including music discs featuring Line Strike Battle background music and Ark's ID background using artwork from last year's Super Genesis Festival. That's not all. Idola themed sleeves and playmats featuring Chaos Divergence Songstress outfit illustrations will be available too. Next, let's take a look at PSO2 ES Weaponoid Style April. Use the avatar items and emotes from the scratch ticket to cosplay as Weaponoids, characters born from weapons who appear in PSO2.
Good old ES system.
In this second installment, we're featuring items related to Anakate's Himmel, Rap Cruller, and Finn Blail, along with the new motion change such as the Rappies and Cute Jump idle motions. So come
Now
and
you
check
would
them out.
think they'd be making a new ES, as much as they keep ES like brought into the fashion. But
Additionally, Weaponoid posters
Nice.
will be available in the Creative Space Build Parts shop, so don't miss those either.
music discs and boss cocoons, that'd be pretty cool.
The new limited time quest, Drill Flaming Hell Dash, starts on April 28th.
I believe you for how slow she has to talk. Yeah, because people are dumb.
As in the limited time quest, Drill Flaming Wave Dash that launches on April 22nd, you'll be gliding over lava on a floating board in this solo quest, aiming to defeat the boss enemy lurking in the final area.
So I was like, I got about 10 minutes. Wrap it up.
This course features additional obstacles, so use the board skills you've owned in the limited time quest, Drill Flaming Wave Dash, to make your way through unscathed. Ark's records will also be held for this quest, so aim for that high score.
Check off on chat for you dip.
There will be a title task added to go with this limited time quest. Complete the task and claim your title.
Oh, he's real? That's right. I
That
forgot.
concludes the
He is
update
real.
information for today.
We'll take a look real fast before we do the recap.
Moving on to the next segment.
Get some KPS to download PGR now.
NGS Operation Report. In this segment, the NGS Operation Report, I will share answers from the development and live ops teams in response to player questions and
Probably
comments.
talk about story.
This time, before we get to the letter from the developers, I have a video message from the development team to all the ARCs out there for playing the global version of NGS. Let's take a look.
For global specifically.
We would like to thank all the ARCs out there playing the global version of NGS. My name is Hamazaki. I am the series director.
The person that everyone blames.
April of this year marks the 6th anniversary of the launch of the global version of Phantasy Star Online 2.
They about to EOS us? Oh, fuck. Here we go.
The entire development and operations team extends our heartfelt thanks to all ARCs defenders who have continued playing for many years, as well as those just starting their journey on Halpha.
07 dog.
To express our gratitude, we would like to share some information with you on the upcoming updates and improvements.
Cool. No EOS. We win again.
The long-awaited new story arrives tomorrow after maintenance.
That's not specific to us, though.
The part we're releasing this time is positioned as a prologue to a new chapter. Installments in this new chapter will arrive every 4 months.
That's
There's
pretty
a lot to
long
look
still.
forward to, including the debut of a new heroine and a character whose voice you may recognize.
4 months is pretty rough, dude.
The story gets underway in earnest this August with an expanded narrative. Don't miss it.
Okay, the real story isn't starting until this August. This is the prologue. That's what they were trying to get us.
For those who have been playing since PSO2, the June updates and the Super Fantasy Festival in August will see the return of familiar fields and enemies, accompanied by new gameplay and actions.
That's why they call this out, is because people get freaked out over it. I told you, dude.
Character
It's important for
creation
a lot
will
of
be
people.
leveled up even further.
I told you it's important for some people. I
In
told you.
addition to new face options for Animatica Face, we'll also be adding face options to create cute
Global.
animal-like faces.
More stories coming.
So
Chill the
stay
fuck
tuned.
out. This is what he's saying. It says Global blames Hamazaki for everything, dude.
We would also like to express our sincere gratitude for all the feedback and comments we receive on a daily basis.
Yeah, they get blasted every single day.
While it is difficult to address every comment we receive, we have actually implemented changes based on the feedback from players of the global version,
They
such
do a
as
lot.
adding the ability to exchange gathering materials at the Seasonal Points Exchange Shop during the Super Origin Festival in April.
What?
We will continue to make improvements to make the game even more enjoyable.
I missed that. You can do what now?
Finally, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for your support of and participation in global community events. Live streams like Phantasy Star House Party are made possible by the support of players around the world.
Support the demon.
Alyssa from the Sega Global staff would also like to express her gratitude to all players as we get ready to mark the 6th anniversary of the PSO2 Global version launch.
What, we get global staff talking? Uh-oh. Careful.
Thanks again to all the Arcs defenders out there. We are still going strong after 6 years thanks to you. As always, there are more
We'll come in the
updates
limelight.
planned
I'll
for
blame
the
you
future,
instead.
So keep smashing rappies and
Hamazaki's
stacking
giving you a
stat
shield right now.
points. Back to Hasegawa-san.
There hasn't been a house party in
How
a
was
little while,
it?
that's true. Mhm.
Thank you for
I mean,
continuing
house parties
to play
usually get
NGS.
blasted, though, so.
Next up is the letter from the developers. Allow me to read it to you.
What you got to say, huh?
We would like to thank all the ARCs out there for continuing to play NGS.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we would like to share more info on some of the topics introduced during this program in the form of a letter from the developers.
Go on.
First up is the long-awaited new story that finally starts in April. The story that will be released in April serves as a prologue to a new chapter, featuring episodes that set the stage for the new story to come. We will be releasing a new chapter every 4 months. The story begins in earnest this August as the new arc's plot begins to unfold.
So August is when their real story is starting up.
The story will be more epic than ever, so be sure to tune in.
Yeah, people have been bitching about them for story forever, dude.
Next, we'd like to introduce the
That's
new
a bold
heroine
decision,
who
though.
appeared in the story promo video,
A
The Girl
bold
Who
choice
Lost
to wait
Her
till
Memories.
August. Hopefully it pays off.
Who exactly is this girl? How will she meet the main characters? And how will she become involved in the story? This will be a major plot point in the story going forward, so we hope you're eager to find out more. We'd also like to introduce the major target suppression mission, Luther, False Conqueror Manifest. This high-difficulty version of the limited-time urgent quest, Ruin Luther, will be released as a standing
I hope
quest.
his DPS check is real, dog. I'll have to hear the. I don't have a reason to.
The
build
Ruin
gear.
Luther you'll
There he
face
is.
in this quest has new tricks up its sleeves, including a new attack, as well as harsher attacks as he swiftly switches between slow, haste, and reverse time manipulation modes.
Say slow haste and reverse time minute modes. So he's
We've
gonna give
also
us the
added
old
a
loopy-loop.
dangerous new gameplay mechanic that could lead to a wipeout on your first attempt, as well as a mysterious new mode that might leave you scratching your head. If you think you know Ruin Luther from this urgent quest or trigger quest, think again. Make sure you're geared up before giving this one a try.
Oh god, she's an Arc Slayer?
Moving on to drop
No,
rewards.
no rip and
You'll
tear.
be able
No
to
rip
get
and
your
tear.
hands on the legendary 4-rarity Lexia weapon series for the first time, plus weapon camo of the Arch, Leafladio, and Aberradio series.
No
Going
rip and tear.
forward,
No
we
rip and
plan to
tear.
release new content every 2 months that will put your upgraded gear and playing skills to the test, so keep your eyes peeled.
2 month cycle. There you go. Every 2 months. Difficult shit.
The last thing we'd like to talk about today is the new limited time quest, Drill Flaming Wave Dash. In this new limited time quest, you'll navigate a course on a floating board, aiming to defeat the boss enemy in the final area. We designed this to be a tense level, with players making their way through a harsh lava-filled environment on floating boards, dashing past infernals before they explode and battling over a sea of lava. If you manage to make it through, you'll face a new enemy called a High Wowlon. In addition to a new look, we've designed this new Wowlon to offer an upgraded combat experience with powerful attacks. Take it on for
Ultimate
yourself and
Wowlon.
see just how formidable it is. That's all for the letter from the developers.
Time
We
to
will continue
pull some
working to
questions of
deliver
people who don't know
engaging
what the hell they're
stories and
talking about.
content for all ARC's defenders to enjoy.
I've been training him. You bastard.
We hope you will continue to enjoy NGS. That was a letter from the developers. Continuing on to the next section, I have answers to players' questions and comments from the development and live operations
Wallon
teams.
plus AM's duo fights. I don't want any duo fights. Don't do this to me. I need more
Here's the
Biggie and
first one.
Smalls. What's up?
Is there any way to search for specific augment combinations in storage? Here is
There
their
isn't.
response.
The answer is no. But you could ask for one.
In an April update, we'll be adding a function to the inventory and storage UI that allows you to search keywords separated by spaces.
This was definitely cherry picked, but this is good.
You'll be able to search for shortage space maintain or BP space acrylic stand, for example. Let's move on to the next question.
This was cherry picked, but this is good.
We can only load 100 results using load creation data in the salon. That's not nearly enough.
100 isn't
anything you
enough
can do
for
to
creation
increase
data?
this?
Huh?
Here is their response.
What are y'all loading?
In a June update, we'll change this to allow PC and cloud version users to load up to 1,000 results. We hope this will make character creation more enjoyable.
Y'all need more than 100?
That's all for our Q&A today. Moving forward, we will
When your
continue to bring
characters are the
questions
same
and
race,
feedback
it
to the
feels
development and
fast. You
operations
load
teams
more
and
than
share their answers
100?
with you. Please share your thoughts and opinions about this program and the game on X and other social media using the same hashtag as the previous headline series, hashtag NGS Headline. Moving on to the next segment.
This is a fashion. It's a fashion game at this point. What did you expect? The Noah never complained about content again.
Now, let's move on from updates and talk about some other NGS-related info.
Also, I guarantee 90% of y'all who do all this
I'm
shit
sure it will get you
don't
even more
use
hyped for the
99%
game.
of the fashion look that you actually have saved.
Let's start with this.
Once every like year or two, I just wipe out my fashion outfits and
We'll be
update them.
holding a campaign to commemorate the release of Chapter 8 of the main story. Complete story Chapter 7, The Great Threat, and receive 1.5 million Enmaseta.
Oh shit. Free money.
Even if you've already completed this chapter, you can still redeem this reward, so be sure to log in and get yours. Additionally, you can receive 1 million Enmaseta by playing through Chapter 8, which releases on April 1st. Exciting new developments await in this new chapter, so stay tuned.
I swap regularly. I'm playing the real endgame here. You when you
A
lie.
new treasure scratch releases on April 7th.
Oh.
Weapon camo and useful items are up for grabs, so be sure to complete tasks and rake in those treasure scratch tickets. To commemorate the 5th anniversary of NGS, we'll be holding a fabulous jam-packed Super Origin Festival campaign starting April 22nd. We've got tons of awesome events, including an SG scratch ticket offering up to 300 free draws and a limited time urgent quest. Enjoy the 5th anniversary of PSO2 New Genesis to the fullest.
Yeah, Sega pot out the stimulus, dog.
Let's talk about the 10-a-day free SG scratch. This free scratch ticket contains special new anniversary items, including outfits, hairstyles, accessories, and more. Log in every day and try your luck at these new items. We'll also be holding a Super SG item recycle at the same time, where you can exchange for Super Origin Festival 2026 SP scratch tickets and reward box medals.
Nice.
Next up is a reward box linked to limited time urgent quests. This reward box contains 50% more star gems, beta reactors, and silver Big Bane scratch tickets. You'll earn a special accessory if you manage to empty the reward box. There will also be pre-announced urgent quests that can be completed twice, so take on these urgent quests and stock up on those reward box medals. Bountiful bargains await you in our treasure shop sale. Get Spradio series weapons with preset skills and Fortune armor, as well as upgrade materials like
Fortune
Pro Grade
armor.
Grinder at fantastic prices.
The Fortune armors in the treasure
Powerful
shop.
boosts for some upgradable
new
equipment
armor.
will be active, so
Seems
take
a
this
little
opportunity
late.
to upgrade and enhance your gear.
Usually they give you the armor in the treasure shop and then they announce it the next month. But this is a little
Can never have too many Pro Grade Grinders. An Ark's Cash Super Sale will be held for Super Origin Festival.
Oh, that's actually kind of like
This is your chance to get a good deal on AC.
a little late, actually.
Get 2,310
This is
AC
late.
on sale for
Shit.
just $9.99 from the PSO2 NGS web store.
No, it's late.
This is the best deal out of all the stores, so don't miss out.
Now I have to wait. God damn it.
And of course, we have a bevy of fabulous and familiar campaigns lined up, including a Use the Salon to Your Heart's Content campaign,
Of course.
high rate boosts, and a Halfa's Super Origin
At
Gifts
this
campaign,
point, just get rid of the
which
tickets,
gives
man.
10 SP scratch tickets weekly. The party is going non-stop throughout April and May in NGS. We are excited to announce a series of animated shorts of Central, the serialized comic on the official NGS website. We've carefully selected 24 episodes from Central to have their lines newly recorded by the Japanese cast of NGS. These will feature English subtitles.
Nice.
Starting from the next headline wave, we plan on featuring 2 episodes at the end of each broadcast.
Hey, yo.
We've received a comment from Central's artist Fudichin to commemorate this adaptation. Thank you all for reading Central. Thanks to all of you, Central will be getting adapted into a series of animated shorts. The comic features
That's pretty
NPCs, which don't get many lines in-game, so seeing them in action is something I'm really looking forward to myself. And I hope you all continue to enjoy the comic and these new animated shorts. And it's a bit early to say this, but happy 5th anniversary to NGS. Thank you, Fudichin. So, to reiterate, the Central animated shorts will be featured starting with the next Headline Wave broadcast. We hope you look forward to getting a peek into the NPC's daily lives and goofy misadventures. You can get special deals on in-game items in the web-exclusive PSO2 NGS web store. In addition to store bonuses that provide additional value over regular AC purchases, it features an exclusive 55% off discount on your first purchase of select items. Please be aware the AC purchased from the PSO2 NGS web store cannot be used on the PS4 version. The PSO2 NGS web store can be accessed from the NGS official website.
Literally always buy here first.
Hover over Buy AC on the official website or game launcher, then select Web Store.
You know, I didn't realize they had it for the...
Please note that the web
Oh,
store
there's a
cannot be
bigger
accessed
pack
from
they have it
in-game.
for. Holy shit, I didn't realize that was there.
That's all for the satellite information. Next, we have a regular
The
mini
big
segment where
whale
we
pack.
highlight something NGS related, such as concept art, in-game songs, and aggregated data, and delve into it with commentary from the development team.
No weapon enhancement campaign?
Today,
Nah.
we're going to be reviewing The Cats of Central City.
The Cats of Central City is a
We've
choice?
received comments from the development team about this feature.
What feature? That you can't pet them?
If you look around the city we call home, you can spot cats lounging around in all sorts of places. But did you realize that they'll actually be in different locations during different events? And
Yep.
sometimes even
They
dress
move.
up? And apparently, there's even one former top alley cat out there who met his soulmate in Central City and retired from that life to raise a family.
What?
Sounds like quite a story.
Bro, this is an updates and no one even knows.
And let's not forget Snuggly Cat, who appears as a build part. This fluffy feline is worth its weight in cuteness, especially with all the fine details like its wiggly ears and its tummy breathing in and
Cat
out.
lore, bro. Cat lore.
And
Do
you
I have
might
that
remember
Snuggly Cat? I don't know,
Meowdera
maybe.
from the PSO2 NGS official comic Central. Apparently, Meowdera can be found somewhere visiting Halfa on special events like anniversary celebrations. Keep an eye out when you're
Meowdera?
exploring the fields.
Interesting.
What did you think? We will discuss other concept art and songs in the coming episodes, so we hope you'll look forward to that. That's all for this episode of NGS Headline Wave. This broadcast strives to make NGS even better by collecting audience input. Please share your thoughts and
Blocky
feedback
cats,
on
yeah,
this
they can
program
be too
and the game
over,
by using the same hashtag as previous
overdone.
broadcasts.
People play on
Hashtag
toasters.
NGS Headline on X and other social media. Together, we can make NGS an even more fantastic game.
Can't have too much lag, people lose it.
Ta-da! Look at this! I got a fancy anniversary balloon! The 5th anniversary is coming soon, so, as your MC, I will continue to share information on updates coming to NGS and work with everyone to make NGS more fun for everyone.
It's
Thank
adorable.
you for continuing to enjoy NGS. The next episode of NGS Headline Wave will be released on a different day of the week than usual, Friday, April 24th. We'll be focusing mainly on the updates coming in May.
Interesting.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's earlier than usually.
Now then, ARCs, I'll see you in the next NGS Headline Wave. Bye-bye!
Former MC didn't get that. I mean, we don't know that. He may also just not have shown it. Oh, that's right, Golden Week, yeah? Isn't that a thing for them? It's possible that's around that time. I don't even know when Golden Week is. So, it's possible. It is indeed possible. Alright. Let me pull something up here really quick. That's pretty solid. Like I said, it's definitely a make or break moment for a lot of people, and they kind of said the things they needed to say. I feel like personally were important.
Program of
Which is that the story is the prologue to a bigger storyline, which is starting up in earnest in August. I figured that was something along those lines. 4-month patch cycle for story, 2-month patch cycle for difficult content. Sounds about standard. Not bad at all. Nothing too crazy, but like all the information that was necessary. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the storyline, where it's going to go. So I'm curious. Basically, we need to play the prologue. We have to know what the prologue is at this point. But let's go ahead and go over the headline wave, and then we can also do a video for the patch notes, I guess. Means I have 2 videos releasing today. Probably take a break and then some sleep. Take care of the rest of the video stuff for the day. I'll be live again at 7. Okay. Yeah, 2 new NGS spec balloon bosoms in a row is crazy, dude. The balloon booba homies are losing their minds right now, for sure. Oh yeah, PS customizations aren't, where are those slotted? If we look at roadmap, customizations are slotted. They're slotted in June to July. Is when they're slotted. April to May is 5th anniversary, new story, LTQ, Alter Realm combat sectors, new high difficulty quest, which was Luther. Slayer updates, enemies, large boss, new free SG scratch items, main story, and series collab, which was Idola. So, have an idea of what it is we had going on. All right. So it is time for our recap. Overall headline, not bad, pretty solid. Nothing like insanely over the top. Oh my god, I gotta play this right now. But everything kind of like leading to where we kind of needed to go. So one of those, like, I wouldn't say it was expected, but it definitely was something we need to know. Please wrap it up, Sev. You, brother, go get some coffee. We literally just started. We literally just started. Dude is just trying to be the top tier heckler, man. All right, let's see. All right. So pretty decent stuff to start with. I will say one thing, you can definitely tell people they really took to heart people that were complaining about the headline previously, because they went off rip and they definitely pulled the AC scratches back. Will you talk slower this time? It was about an hour long. There's more to talk about in general. I have a question to ask. Feel free to ask your question. I'll get to it when I can. All right. Let's do it. So, new main story chapter. They mentioned this is the prologue for chapter 8. So, introductions, voices will recognize, talking about the new character, so on and so forth. Later on, they go and talk about the fact that the story is going to begin in earnest in August. It'll be 4-month patch cycles of bigger, like, more impactful storyline stuff. So, 4 months does sound like a long time. To be honest, it is. But it's shorter than what I'm used to waiting for other games. So, as long as the storylines are worth it, how it goes. Plus, there's supposed to be more mini stories in between, so we'll see how that goes as well. LTQ Invasion of Shifting Sands, and there's not much you can say about story. It's story. If it's good, we'll have to play it. So we'll know when we play it, right? So not much else you can say. But Shifting Invasion Shifting Sands, LTQ a player quest with a new set of bosses, High Gillenok and High Grandmiser at the end. Oh, good old Grandmiser. Apparently, one of them heals too, so you gotta be careful about that. It's pretty dope. A lot of enemies around it, so it's pretty dope. Slayer update and new rings and equipment are being added in. So Slayer is getting a new skill, Gunblade Focus Extra Drive, where they can use three levels of their Gunblade Focus to enhance Relentless Blade for a set amount of time, and also get like a super slug shot basically. So from what I understand, slug shot hasn't been worth using, so this should actually push slug shot into being more worth. The new character coming tomorrow. Who does she remind you of? And is she a character from PSO? Was she a boss? Do you think it's her? No, I don't. I'm not making any sort of guesses or anything along those lines until we actually get to that point. I mean, she kind of gives off like, God, what's her name? Start with an S. Fuck. What the hell's her name? I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Yeah, she gives off Shiva vibes, but I mean, like, that's kind of reaching. Like, no memory attacking her for no reason, so on and so forth. No, not at all. How not? She's literally just Shiva with a darker color palette. Shiva had memories still. You think you can't take memories away from a character? Brother, that's the reason? that's the reason she can't be Shiva's, because Shiva had memories. What? Dude, anything is possible. We went back in time and blew up shit. Like, we went back in time and fucked with the entire timeline. Go play the original storyline, dog. Anything is literally possible due to the last 15 minutes of that storyline. Anything can happen. Literally anything at all. All right, let's get through this. Yeah, also, it looks like we also have balance adjustments for Slayer in general. So, hey, who knows? Maybe... Oh, what is it called? Maybe Slingshot's worth using now anyway. So we'll have to see. The 14-star weapon series is getting an upgrade. So going to Arbario? Arbaradio, maybe? Lefadio, Arbaradio. Whatever. These names always get me, so it is what it is. Next is the next 14-star upgrade for it. Has an effect that restores HP at regular intervals in addition to Lefadio's potential. So get HP restoration at regular intervals. Pretty cool stuff. You'll need the Sporadio Volt 2s to get, and you get it from limited time quests. So pretty standard. New rings being added in. So there's 3 rings being added in. Photon Blast Amp, Defeat Amp, and then Photon Blast Follow. It looks like a heal and PP recovery on Photon Blast Follow. Photon Blast Amp seems to be a damage boost with an extra damage boost after you Photon Blast, with a 90-second cooldown. So if you're Photon Blasting every 90 seconds, you're good to go. I'm interested to see how strong these rings are going to be once they get fully upgraded. I'm thinking they're not going to be power creeping the original rings. I think they're going to join them alongside of it because they have the same recipe as the original rings, where it's like 2 to 3% baseline with like a 1% buffer that will increase. This will likely be like 4% once it's fully upgraded. A 3% buffer, 3% fully upgraded with a 4% buffer. I'll have to see how it works out. Also upgrading a couple of menus. Nothing too crazy here. This actually looks really, really nice. I like this a lot. They're changing up the item lab. So what you do when you're going to upgrade an item, instead of you picking like the upgrade type, then the base, then the bonus, you go in and you pick the weapon off rip, and then you pick what you're going to do to it. So you pick the upgrade you're going to do to it, so on and so forth, which I think is actually just a better way of doing it. New sorting options for the looks menu. You're also going to be able to use things like your build parts as well as your music disc just directly from your inventory, basically making those easier to add. Thank God. Love to see it. Option to hide accessories during people's victory performances, which is nice. So people have like really obnoxious accessories. Sometimes you want to be able to see them in the middle of a fight. You don't want to see them at the very end of everyone's screenshots. So you'll see it. When putting up items, so more quality of life. Whenever you post something, if you post the same item again, it's going to be posted, that jumps to the same price for you easily. That's always nice, makes it a little bit faster. Kind of an L on the DPS rating thing. I kind of was hoping they do more with this, but it looks like they're just adding in the critical rate to the DPS meter itself, just how often you've crit. It's still going to have the same problems whenever you hit a different target. It's going to have different DPS, probably different crit rate value and things like that. So it looks like the DPS meter only still going to be useful in like solo or single boss encounters, and that's really it. Anything outside of that's going to be kind of but we'll see. Ark's decoy is going to be able to wield weapons now. And apparently we learned that there is a command for camos. So you'll be able to see weapon camos on decoys and either /CMF followed by the weapon camo. Apparently switches your weapon camo. Didn't know. And then, of course, various other things as well you can check out here. Sorting settings, faster display speed for story and chat bubble speech balloons, lookbook stuff, new wallpaper, so on and so forth. 5th anniversary thankful ticket. So this is another anniversary thing. Thankful, more weekly tasks to get scratch tickets, and then you get to pull on the scratch, and it's free. So not much to say there. Like the fashion, cool. If you don't, you don't. This is the rerun collection for the first. They're bringing back Yanpei again. Yanpei is a part of the scratch count bonus. So if you're looking for anything from here or you want Yanpei, good luck. It's not my recommendation, but it also is just fashion, so I could care less. Echoes of Idola seems to be the first AC scratch of like the first proper AC scratch of the month. So basically it's the Idola stuff, but it's the idol versions of them, as in like, you know, singing idol, that sort of thing. So we have Idol Jasper, Stella, Windus, and Cuna from Idola. Their outfits, a bunch of idols, a bunch of poses, different things like that. Pretty cool stuff. We finally got Jasper's tattoo back again. I know they couldn't give me everything at once. It'd be cool if I would have got an actual like Jasper idol, like idling with the swords. That'd be sick. Fortunately, that's not the case, but it is what it is. We got him with his microphone this time around, but hey, at least I got the tattoos again, right? Our big 4-man piece quest is we're going up against Malignant Ruin Luther, excuse me. They mentioned specifically that he has different modes, especially a mode that we weren't going to expect that might be a bit tricky on the first clear. Meaning there's probably gonna be some form of gimmick near the end of the fight that's gonna cause everyone to wipe. That should be fun when that comes out. Can't wait for people to tell me about that immediately as soon as I go live. I'm trying to do the fight, so that's gonna be a pain, but it is what it is. New equipment. So we also have the Legend 4-star rarity Lexio series. Lexio series is potential that grants a follow-up attack stocks to you and your party members when a set amount of damage is dealt to an enemy. When you attack an enemy with stocks built up, one stock is depleted and you recover some HP while executing a follow-up attack. After forced follow-up attacks, enjoy increased critical hit potency for a set time. So, more crit. Could be useful. Basically kind of like a support weapon for damage. You love to see it. Rangers, Tactors, might be your jam. More rings as well. So we have 2 more skill rings being added in. Count Amp and Count Follow. Again, they follow those sort of same variants and rules. Damage on the left side, HP PP on the right. This one's based on, looks like 30 hits. Yeah, 30 hits. If you can do that in 20 seconds, which there are a lot of classes that can pretty easily, probably gonna be a pretty good ring for you. Assuming you can repop the buff consistently. So fingers crossed, that's how that works. I think I would like a ring like this. I'm pretty sure getting 30 hits in 20 seconds is not a difficult thing for Soaring Blades. I guess it depends on the player. We also have the Telfine Domina being added, so new Domina. Not much to say there. Just new augment, more damage. It's 5%. Is it going to be good? Yes. You replace your previous Domina with it. Pretty straightforward. Idol Rappies are also being coming with the Idol Scratch, so that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, Idol Rappies. Next mission pass, season 55. Nothing really too crazy to talk about here. I mean, there's some pretty cool build parts. That's about it. If the, we can't see the outfits going to be included until it comes out, so we'll have to wait for that. And then the SG Scratch Refined Form April 2026 is going to be all of the Kavaris quintuplets and their outfits. Basically, the what are they called? The thing you can turn into them specifically. So it's all of them plus the character from base PSO2 episode 5. I want to say the fairy version of her. Full wear. That's the thing. Wait, is it full wear or total wear? I think total wear is the right one. Also, this isn't the fairy version of her. This is just the fairy outfit from base game episode 5. We also have emote sit, raise overhead, cool stuff. Again, nothing too crazy. They're bringing back they're doing another voice revival. So if you haven't gotten the voice you like, you're able to get it now. Keep in mind, you're also able to preview the voices now in the actual scratch in case you missed when they made that change. That is it for the first half. Second half, nothing too crazy. So we have a 4-player quest. This is kind of reminiscent of the EX quest, in my opinion. It looks like you're going from room to room, fighting bosses, getting some buffs as you go along. So LTQ looks pretty solid. I like this one quite a bit, at least the look of it so far. The AC scratch for this half is going to be Stylish Avenue 2026. Not much to say here. Cool, I guess. Sort of my gem, not really. The Revival scratch is going to be... I mean, again, I can't really say much here. It's the Revival scratch. It's the base PS2 Revival scratch. There is a standard one that we get at the beginning of the month, and then there's the base PS2 version that we get near the end of the month on the 21st. So, pretty standard stuff. Big thing here is the PR pose. Coming back again for those of you guys who missed it last time. Alpha Super Origin Festival starts up. Basically, we get a bunch of free stuff. That's usually where you can start stacking up some resources, some upgrades, so on and so forth. We'll go over the exact bonuses and resources you can get, of course, in their respective videos, but just keep an eye out for it. They mentioned changing up some stuff to do with the point shop as well. So keep an eye out for that. We'll talk about it when it becomes relevant. But you can see all the different things here. Of course, ZME is going to be leading our event. Seasonal point exchange items. Checking out the decor. And of course, they showed off some camos for the special scratch camo, or the special scratch in general. We also have the next LTQ, which it looks like they're going to be bringing the board race in. Like board race and fight and board race and fight and board race and fight sort of thing. This is the 8-player version. They're going to be doing a 1-man version as well. We'll talk about it when we get to it. Nothing too crazy. New boss at the very end, High Wulon. So Wulon's getting an upgrade. Has a bunch of new attacks apparently. Pretty cool stuff. I actually did like fighting Wulon, so I'm excited to see how the new Wulon fight goes. Planet Breaker is getting an update and it's going to be dropping the 14-star weapon or 14-star unit series with an 8.2% weapon up. So new units. If you were waiting for the next set, this is the start of those. This is the time that you want to go ahead and get in on these. If you're waiting for the next set. If not, if you're not getting in on these right when they come out, usually you want to wait until the next setup afterwards. So just make sure you keep that in mind. When you get in on these units as soon as they come out, you get the most time out of them. So it's worth mentioning. New augments, Luzin Scepter, and 4 new Athos type augments. Athos are like Magus type augments with enhanced effects. These augment capsules aren't the Atom Labs. So this sounds like a replacement for Magus. Either it is alongside of Magus, because I know Magus was took over the different options that were available for the previous set, or it was a combination of the two of them. So either this is alongside Magus, or this is the replacement for Magus. This might be alongside Magus, but we'll have to see what it's had to do with these. I couldn't really tell based on this. It looks like they're a bit more powerful because, like, yeah, you can see potency 5.75 here, which I don't remember off the top of my head. If anyone wants to check and see what Magus Gladius Soul is at the moment, if Magus Gladius Soul is 5.75, then we have our answer. I'm sure someone will pop in a moment and mention that, whatever it is. But new cards added into Line Strike. If Line Strike's your jam, Line Strike's your jam. Big thing to note here is that we're adding in stuff from not only ES, but from Nova as well, which is kind of cool. The Weaponoid AC Scratch, pretty cool here. It looks like we have a total of 3 this time around. We have our, well, actually 2. We have our collab, and then we have our 2 bases. This one is an ES Weaponoid Scratch. If you don't know what ES is basically base PSO2's mobile game that they had that was kind of companion along with it, where the characters were essentially character representations of weapons from the game itself. So these are all weapons. That's why they're called Weaponoids. And then, of course, you'll see the camos for those weapons as part of the Scratch as well, too. The Hell Dash is a solo version of the previous Dash, so this will likely be an ARCS record. Pretty standard stuff here, too. And then we had a video. The video mostly went over Hamazaki talking about being up on the 6th anniversary, confirming that the storyline is going into prologue for this next chapter. Or sorry, the beginning is the prologue of the next chapter. The story updates will be once every 4 months, and then they begin in earnest starting in August, which we talked about a little earlier, but this is again just confirming it. It seemed like he was speaking specifically to the global audience quite a bit here. This could be just a translation thing, where on the JP side he was doing the exact same thing, but he also mentioned things like making specific updates and changes based on, global feedback, so on and so forth. So pretty cool stuff here. Then we have our usual questions. A letter from the developer talking about the new story. We read that. They mentioned girl who lost her memory. A voice we were going to recognize. I'm not sure if that was the whole Luther thing or that was the whole evil Crawford weird thing. Not sure how that's going to work out, but interested to see. And then of course we have the major target suppression Luther. Pretty cool stuff there. All right, questions. A way to search for specific augmented combinations in storage. TLDR, yes. They're going to add in a way for you to type in one keyword, space another keyword, which I think is pretty dope. And then we can only load 100 results using the load creation data in the salon. That's not nearly enough. Is there a way that you can increase this? Apparently people have more than 100 different things to load in the salon for loading creation data. I was unaware of this. Thought that was kind of crazy. They're upping it to 1,000, so do with that what you will. Fingers crossed you guys don't blow up the server with this. We have a new chapter 8 or a new story release campaign. So basically do the story, get 2.5 mil for free. Sega stimulus check. Love to see it. Super Alpha Origin Festival is going to include 10-a-day SG scratches. So this is going to be for the SG scratch. So we had 150 draws, so 15 days, 10 a days. Love to see it. We also have the reward box coming back with more rewards. Again, cool stuff, bunch of currency, mostly freebies. Love to see that as well. And then Treasure Shop coming back around, which I feel like this was a little bit late. I felt like this probably should have been like last month, realistically speaking. But it probably would have made the Spradio series weapons feeling a little bit weird. So there could be a whole like, this might be them speeding things up, certain so on and so forth. But realistically, the armors are right around the right time frame. And the weapons are going to give you a bit of a catch up. So it's a bit of a weird spot, but we'll see. But yeah, armor prices in here, armor upgrades, weapons in here as well. But we're likely on our way out on this weapon as well. It's at a couple of months at best. We also have weekly gift for the Super Origin Festival, as we usually do whenever these events are coming up. So weekly gifts, you get just stuff for logging in. Log in, pick up your freebies. They're also going to be animating the central, what is it called? The central comic is the word I'm looking for, sorry. The central comic, so 24 episodes, and they'll be showing 2 episodes starting next headline at the end of each headline. So that's pretty cool. And of course, they talked about AC shop stuff. Bonus, I think I missed it too. There's also an AC. I did miss it. Yeah, the release campaign. And they go over the stuff that's going to be here. And there's also an AC shop sale that's coming up as well. Is it here? Yep, here we go. I did miss it. AC shop sale coming up on the 22nd. And then they talk about, hey, buy from the AC store. There's the shop sale. There's like exclusive offer of getting a crap ton bonus for $300 and $500 spent. I'll be asking who's spending that much money. People who buy that much AC. People sometimes buy in bulk. So there you go. That's mostly it. Then they talked about Central's cats, which is cute, but not really relevant to what we're talking about here. Basically, the cats move around. They also dress up occasionally, so keep an eye out for them. There's even one named Meowdera, apparently. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's it for the recap, though. Let me know what you guys think about the schedule. They are pretty straightforward about how things are being released. If you get a chance, I highly recommend watching. I skipped over it, but watch this little segment, this little video. It seems like they're specifically speaking to the global audience about quite a few things. To be honest, they're, making changes based on what the global audience says. I kind of wish they would stop doing that all the time, but hey. People are concerned about being listened to. You're being listened to. So good stuff. We'll have to see how things go about this year and how things start up in August, because I am curious what they're going to be doing with the storyline. They've been cooking it for almost a year now, so fingers crossed. Either way, anything I missed, let me know in the comments below. Like, enjoy, subscribe when to keep it with more. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, my friends. Peace out. All right. The recap is done. You guys said there are patch notes that I should be looking at, yeah? So chat tells me there's some patch notes. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Slayer adjustments. I guess these came up yesterday, didn't they? Let's see. Slayer adjustments. The following adjustments we made to Slayer class skills. Gunblade focus overdrive. Finisher potency went up. Unleash rage got increased damage. Mobile blade got increased damage. Slug shot increased potency. Relaxed sidestep cancel timing. Extended protection being launched or knocked back. Erased hit stop when attacked by enemies or while attacking. And player will no longer move back when invoking this against nearby targets. Okay, so it doesn't pop you back any. Nice. Gunblade adjustments. Increased potency for the first and second steps of non-charge normals. Potency for the first step of charge normals. Increased PP recovery amount for the first step of charge normals. Increased potency. So getting a nice little spicy buffs for potency and the PP recovery across the board. Shifting spicy. Increased potency and a potency adjustment or distribution when there are no directional inputs. Okay. Increased potency. See, a lot of these, like, it's interesting, but, like, we don't know the percentages, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Reaping Regulus. Increased potency involving this. Okay. It looks like everything's getting potency increases across the board, which is good. So Slayer's getting a buff. Everything I've seen so far says increased potency. Like everything. All of the PA say increased potency, not just rebalance potency. There's some potency distribution adjustments here. And then, of course, ease timing on things. Okay. The following adjustments we made to Gunblade Tech Arts customizations. Decrease PP for cost type 3. I don't know if this is big or not. Gunblade mains are gonna have to let me know. Waving Regal for type 3, increase PP or increase potency of each hit when there's no directional input. Decrease PP cost for type 3. Okay. Adjusted the description for the Celeste EX style Celeste Flawless. Interesting. I wish they gave numbers. It'd be nice, honestly. The skill's behavior hasn't changed. It just adjusted the description. So basically the description was wrong. They fixed the description or something like that. Added telegraphs to telegraph some of Randomizer's attacks. Some of his attacks are difficult to telegraph, or difficult to tell. Made the following adjustments to Ultram Exploration, Altered Battle Line, Tundra Area Gorge. Enemy level changed to 115. Battle power looks like it increased. Adjusted Ultram Exploration, Nameless City Exploration, so that only the party leader leaves when the party leader abandons the quest instead of taking the party members with him. Adjusted main story, chapter 7, follow-up chapter, and the stars fell, so the commemorative photo scene is not triggered right after the quest. Okay, that's nice. They talked about this already. Talked about this. Talked about other stuff. Not important, not important. Didn't you guys say something about... Am I blind? I'm blind, right? I have to be. Interface items. The 14-star rarity Abradia series has been added to the product list. Abradia weapon enhancements. Okay. Okay. The item detail description for the following items has been changed. The brightness of the VFX of the flying weapons have been adjusted for the Fluxia on the Risen series. Didn't you guys say that the didn't you guys say that the replacement for the next EX, or for the EXOG, but for the what's it called, was in the patch notes? For sure, I've been told like 3 times. It's a separate one. They made it separate. Why'd you say it was in the patch notes? Okay, they did make it a separate one. UD Augment is headed your way. The AC Scratch UD Augment Select is a part of the update, updated on... Guys, they put a date on it. It's a month away. I think they literally put a date on it. It's its own article. It's not in the patch notes. I thought you guys were talking about it. Oh, it's gonna be in this month because it's in the patch notes. Dude, it's its own article and they put a month heads up on it. They're giving insane amount of heads up on these. So that way people aren't feeling like they're slighted by, you know, going into something immediately. Okay, I mean that's completely reasonable. It's on its own and it'll be a part of likely the headline that's coming up on April 24th. Okay. Neat. Nothing too crazy. Patch notes seem alright. We'll have to see how Slayer like actually performs. Realistically speaking, I've said this about a couple different classes. I know some people are like, oh, you just want your class to be strong. No. Honestly, Slayer should be stronger than Bouncer. Probably should be like... It should be in the upper echelon of damage near like Fighter, but not as high as Fighter because its risk isn't nearly as high either. So... And it has range, of course, too. So... Talking about from a balance perspective. Granted, PS2 is not a balanced game at all. So that is what it is. I do think it's going to be very strong, though. Yeah. I think they're going to buff it a little too hard to compensate for the fact it's had to wait so long and people have been asking about it. But with Slayer getting its expansion, that means every single class has had a pass. Not that every class has got it perfect, but every class has had a pass. So now everyone can start talking about their individual classes. I expect a slight visual upgrade on Slayer for its rework. It's not being reworked is the thing. That's the thing. These weren't reworks. These classes weren't being reworked. People keep using the word rework and they keep adding it in there when that has never been the entire concept. And you have to keep in mind, Slayer was the first class to have the visual updates. When it released, it got what other classes were getting with their expansions. Other classes were the ones that had stale things like that. Slayer got it to start with. So most likely it wasn't going to see something like that to begin with, unfortunately. But now that every class has had a pass, the thought of other classes being revisited is a possibility that makes a lot more sense now. Though I'm curious of what they're going to do with it in this situation, because they did an expansion for all the classes, meaning they added a bit more, they retouched up their kits and things like that. Usually that's for a reason. So we'll have to see how they decide to go about this one. Fingers crossed. Some classes, yeah, Fighter and Gunner got additional updates to their expansions. Yeah, because people already felt like they didn't really get enough with the expansion to begin with. So they gave them a bit more. But now we can really see like the repass on Bouncer is possible now, right? Bouncer was the first one to get theirs, and they got an actual renewal. Bouncer probably was the one that got closest to like a rework, more or less. And they got a full-blown renewal. Everything else was an expansion. So we'll have to see how they decide to go about this. Now, since everyone has been expanded upon, I can be so what about Bouncer? Now I can reasonably say the sentence, what about Bouncer? I couldn't before. I couldn't. It's like, hey, look, listen, every class hasn't had their pass. But now every class has had their pass. So I can be like, yo, what about Bouncer? What about Bouncer? Just JB? I would say mostly JB, and our block is still last. and I'd be happy. Mostly pass over on JB, like not pass over as in like ignore it, but do a pass on JB, figure out what's going on over there, and then do something about our block, dog. It's so bad. Our block is so bad. Our block is so bad, dude. Please. All right. The dev already blacklisted you? No blocks? True, I am blacklisted, dude. He's like, this fucking guy in his blocks again. It's like, I like the block mechanic. At least SB has a block compared to Talus. SB's block is so annoying that I would rather not have it. Because at least in the case of Talus, there's no question. You just sidestep. I hate having a tool that's so good you have to use it, but it's also so ass you hate that you have to use it. So we like see in a later date? Yeah, I plan to. We're all gonna hold a whole different video about it. Which is what I'm pretty sure MKP is trying to do there. He's like, hey, save that for another video, motherfucker. It's inconvenient? Hella inconvenient. SB's block? You need to have a whole goddamn master's degree to understand every situation you can use the fucking thing in. It's like, block this skill. Unless it's a multi-hit. But if the multi-hit's too fast, then you shouldn't block a second time. But if the multi-hit's too slow, you should be able to press it the second time itself. However, if he doesn't attack, but he attacks you and you block and you whiff, you lose the blocks. You have to double tap your skill to get your block back again. You know, just all that shit in between. It's really annoying. And then some skills, for some reason, are multi-attacks that are so fast that one block will actually block it multiple times. Do you understand how that works? No, I don't. Shit, who knows? Guess, figure it out. To be fair, ranged characters don't need a block. They have, though. They don't have a block. They have a weapon action counter. We have a block that's also a counter. It's like disjointed as fuck, and I hate it. But we'll talk about what I want to see for Bouncer in the future. I gotta really sit down and do some thinking on jet boots for it to be like not ass. I might bring some people in and really talk about it. All right, let's take a look at offline chat. If someone wanted me to take a look at this anyway, real quick. Oh my god. What the hell are you guys talking about in here? Kamui is... Why does Kamui look like Mawika? He's an S rank breaker. Bruh. S Kamui, brother. You bastards. Give Kamui his second blade. Give Kamui his second greatsword, you cowards. He has a floating shield. Oh, is it actually like a shield mechanic? I think he actually has a block mechanic instead of a dodge. Oh my god, they gave him an extra block. They gave him an actual block. Holy shit. Give Kamui his damn other greatsword, you cowards. They're gonna nerf him so Lucia stays meta and they could sell more skins. No! Give me Kamui Greatsword, you cowards. Yeah, they gave him his block mechanic. Which usually the way it works is that you press the dodge button, but you just don't press the directional input and it blocks. What's the skin they're gonna give him? He is very Raiden coded. Yeah, Kamui looks good, man. Oh wait, did that? Oh yeah, his sword changed. And the meter for it changed too. Look at that. New Luna? Fire Girl? Are you talking about new Lucia? Or is there a Luna that I missed? Bruh. Yeah, he's a firebreaker. He's replacing Wada. Which is just fucking rude, by the way. Can't have too many boys on the on the new teams. Yeah, but Wada's been on the fire team for a long time, man. It makes sense. And they'll probably still be set up so you use both Wada and him. That is very sad, though. They're power creeping Wada. But there are still setups sometimes where you run like him versus, or you'll be running you're running a new breaker with the previous one based on their actual overall damage. Yeah, see, Shade's already mentioning right now. Wada has really good shred and fast rotation. Let's see a sneak peek of what we're missing. Oh yeah, Blaze Zerker. Shit like that. We'll have to check that out. Alright, boys. It is almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna call it. Your boy is tired, bro. I'm gonna get some rest. I gotta get some videos uploaded. Get some editing done. I will see you guys all this evening. Kiss your girls, brush your teeth. Maybe brush your teeth and kiss your girls, alright? Maybe the other way around. I think Sev, I don't know if he's on one today. Sev, go find yourself some coffee, dog. You've been on one this morning. I don't know what's up. We'll see you this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, as always the case, from 7 to 11. We chilling, hanging out, having a good time. I'll see you all then. Take care, my friends.